Some of the greatest villains in cinema, comic books, are the ones that have a point to what they're doing, but they go about it in completely the wrong way. Think about Thanos in the MCU. So his whole thing is that he's seeing that there's not enough resources for everybody. So what's his solution? Well, if I wipe out half of all life using the Infinity Gauntlet in the universe, then there'll be enough resources for everybody and not everybody will die. Okay, the goal's great, right? We're trying to make it so not everybody dies, but the way you're going about it by killing half of everybody, not so good. The Empire in Star Wars, one of the big things about them is bringing order to the galaxy. But they do it through a fascist way and xenophobic way, and a way that causes so many people to suffer and live without freedom. And you can see, that these people are instantly the villains, even though they have good goals, because their methods are all messed up. It's not the goals that make them villains, it's the methods. And sometimes, as Christians, we fall into that same trap. We have good goals, we have good intentions, but our methods are evil, for lack of better words. So this could be something as simple as wanting to evangelize to people, to bring them to Christ. But instead of treating them like human beings, we treat them like projects. Or we don't even treat them like that. We treat them as someone we have to debate, and we have to prove that we're right to them on an intellectual level, and we have to win every fight. Or it might be something in the line of politics, right? We want to bring about some policy change on a national level. So we will do whatever it takes to bring about that policy change. Sometimes slandering people, sometimes making fun of them with a smear campaign, sometimes lying about them. But we justify it because this is what we need to do to bring about God's kingdom. See, the goals aren't bad. The methods are bad, and the methods are what make us to be villains in these cases. Because in these cases, we're ignoring the greatest commandments that God gave us. Well, what are they? Love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your mind and all your soul, right? And love your neighbor as yourself. If we achieve these goals, but we ignore the greatest commandment to love our neighbors, the second greatest commandment to love our neighbors as ourselves, then are we really doing what God wants us to? I would say no. I would say that our methods are turning us into villains. So as you go about trying to accomplish what God wants you to accomplish, make sure you're watching what your methods are. Make sure that your methods are just centered in love. Make sure that you're following one of the greatest commandments that God ever gave us. Scary with Runes of Life, thank you so much for listening.